Hello, my name is Tom Walski from Bentley Systems, and I'm here today in my role as a member of the Water Distribution System History Committee of EWRI. We're recording interviews with notable professionals in the water distribution field, and today we're going to be talking with Dr. Enrique Cabrera from the Polytechnical Institute of Valencia. And today is the 27th of July 2016, and we're in Cartagena, Colombia with the Water Distribution System Analysis Conference. And now I'm going to ask the first question to Dr. Cabrera, and it has to do with what got you involved in the water distribution system field in the first place? What motivated you?
Well, many years ago, I was more or less 25 years. Now I am 68. Well, you can, over 40 years. I was very young by then.
Okay. So who or what inspired you to get involved in this field? Was it a teacher? Was it some problem that you ran into in an early job or in school?
That is a very interesting question. Spain is a different country in many areas, and we have had a glorious water history, but mainly from the construction point of view. We have many dams, we have many channels, and so civil engineers that are much more engaged in civil works than in management and pipes and so on. So I am a mechanical engineer, and I realized that it was a very big gap. Nobody was taking care about how to calculate water systems, water distribution systems, pumping stations, and so on. So it was not exactly an inspiration. It was that I watched that I had there a very big field to work, and as I like it, I devoted to my life to that field.
Well, what kind of position did you first fill in your early years? What did you do in your early jobs?
Yeah, when I was 23, I worked as municipal engineer in my hometown. My hometown has about 60,000 million, and I was responsible of the water distribution system. So my first steps were there. Taking a decision about no plan. Nobody knows for where the pipes were installed. So some people know the pipe goes to a street. The diameter perhaps is 200 millimeters, or very old times. Okay.
So you've seen the improvements then with GIS and water modeling.
That was by then very far. Even no plan about the network. What was by rules of thumb.
So how have you seen things advance and evolve over the course of time then?
Well, in my view, one of the first books inspired me very much. It's you spoke for the first time. I saw what is a water model, mathematical water model. I think the book is in early 80s or perhaps, okay. And well, computers inspired me as well. And by then, French books were very popular. Spain is close to French. I think that French people has gone slowly down, but by then they have a big tradition of hydraulics, Bergeron and so on, a very strong school about urban water. And well, taking up some books from UK, from USA, and mainly from France, because well, we are close to there, we can be in touch with there, and well, I improve in that way, studying, watching, and listening. But nobody inspired exactly to me, because it was a field that nobody worked seriously in Spain by then.
Right. So where did you get your advanced degrees from?
My advanced degree, I got a mechanical engineer in the 70s in Barcelona, and later on I obtained a degree on physical, and my PhD thesis was on transient analysis on water hammer. I meet by then Hanif Chaudhry, is a very good friend of me, and well, we work with him since 25 years ago.
Okay. So your work then did you go straight into teaching when you finished your degrees, or did you work for consultants or the government after that, or you a teacher your whole life?
Yeah, I like very much to teach. I think that one of the most wonderful things in life is to transmit what you have learned to your students. So when I started as a municipal engineer, as said before, but just by then at the same time I engaged at the university. I was 24, 25 years, and they take both responsibilities in parallel. But after 6, 7, 8 years, I decided to leave my professional career in the private and devote all my attention to the university. So I have been working at the university full time since the 80s.
Okay. So overall those years, what do you see as your greatest accomplishment or your greatest contribution to the field?
Well, as I said before, I am a professor, and I think that the professor is like a triathlete. He must research, he must do research, he must transmit information. A triathlete is cycle, running, and swim. So the professor, in my view, has 3 main tasks as well, like a triathlete. Must make research, that's for sure. That he must be in touch with the university, with the society. So I have the vocation, like you, to solve real problems. I don't want solve problems that are not on the street. And the third is to transmit. In my view, if you ask me which one is most important, I think that all the 3 are similar, but perhaps if I should decide, is to transmit the knowledge, the most important of the 3 axes. So when I organized very successful courses for the municipal engineers in my country, 20 years, around 20 years, and once, speaking about VIX, with the engineer, municipal engineer, he told me, Enrique, everything is okay, you have right, but I go back to my hometown, I will ask with the major, and will say, well, if you install a pipe, nobody's seen it, it's money that it's buried, so I prefer as mayor to make some building, some installation that people can realize that I am doing things. If I install pipes, nobody won't see. So that inspired me very much, because I realized by then that almost as important as to have technical background is to know the boundaries, the field in which you are moving. So water is a political, economical, and social field, and for sure technical one as well. So in my view, my main contribution, at least in Spain, has been my transversality, to understand the relevance that economics has in our field, the social problems, and the political problems as well. So I think that is my main value, to have a very wide overview of what is the water distribution. For sure, my vocation is a technical one, but I cannot forget the field in which I am playing.
That's very good. So the need for investment in infrastructure is an
Yeah.
important thing. If you don't have the money, you do great works. Yeah.
You have in the States as well a very big problem with aging pipes, and well, where is the money to rebuild that? And politicians are very, they react against, because nobody say. Even one politician told me, if I change pipes, you are right, that's okay, that is the best for people, but this is a long-term action. I should raise the fees in order to pay that. So my competitor will win the elections because he will say, this man has raised the fee for the water, that is a human right. So he will take more votes because I have raised the fees, and later on he will want to me, and the problem will be solved. So I solve the problem for him, and at the same hand, I am losing for him. So this is a crazy world, and you cannot forget that if you want to serve to the society, if you want to think in the society as a whole.
Very good. So where do you see the field of water distribution systems heading in the future?
Well, thinking this question with my vast answer, I think that from a technical point of view, it's very, very, very well. We both are assisting to this wonderful conference. You can hear what people is doing, and I think that the technical area is by far very, very well founded, very well worked. You have tools almost for everything. But very often I teach in Latin America. Just 2 months ago I was in República Dominicana, in Santo Domingo, and well, they have a reasonable per capita rent. They have about almost $10,000 per year. You can see on the street very nice cars, but the water distribution system is a disaster. They serve water 2 hours per day. A politician in their speech say, if you vote me, you don't pay for the water. So such a kind is in my view the problem. From a technical point of view, I think that we must work making solutions very cheap, make cheaper, to force the area to be more efficient, so to get the same goals with less money. So it's our challenge as technics. But I think that the main problem is governability, education. And I am not able to disaggregate water distribution systems like a service to the humanity, technical from social, economic and political areas. So I am very optimistic in the technical field, but very pessimistic in the social, because well, social, economics and so on. I am very, very sad when I go and people cannot drink water from the tap. Just watching the cathedral in Santo Domingo, somebody asked me, you are from Spain? Yes, yes. You built that? Not me, no. Some people 5 centuries ago, but not me. And say, please don't drink water from the tap. No, I know that I drink here beer. But well, it's very, very sad that you cannot drink water, tap water, anywhere, because there are plenty of water, but water distribution are very bad managed.
Okay, excellent. So do you have any closing comments then as we wrap up this interview?
Well, I think that many times when I get up, I think, what can I do to be better and to make some things for the society? He is paying for me because the state paid for my salary. And my main reflection is, this is a very complex world, and what I can do is just my job very, very well, the best. So the rest I cannot do nothing. So I try to improve my performances, but I'm very realistic that the boundaries are very difficult sometimes. Okay.
Okay, great job, Dr. Cabrera. Thanks a lot for participating in our interview and history program.
Okay.
Appreciate it.